Hey, YouTube, I am OOZE Pop. You can watch what I'm doing now live on Twitch if you go to twitch.tv/OOZEPop. Today, I'm a little drunk, but I'm going to talk about a movie I just watched. Can you guess what movie that was? It's Top Gun Maverick. And I'm going to try to make this review short because I have alcohol in my system and my brain is going to cease functioning soon. Okay? We'll just get right into it. The movie was amazing, and I think everyone should see it. Let's just get right to the bottom of it. I didn't expect to like this movie. Even with I went into it knowing like, man, this thing's getting good reviews. Everyone seems to like this movie. I usually don't like those movies. I don't like those games either. I wasn't a big fan of The Witcher 3, and I wasn't a big fan of man. I'm not super into the Marvel movies. I don't hate them. I'm not gonna chase them, right? Germ Bubble says, "Was the movie pure cheese?" I told you. I fucking told you. Says Broken Web. Here, let me go ahead and I have to put a text on the screen as well, right? Let's add a new text. Movie words. Don't worry, this will get edited out of the video. Top Gun Maverick. It was a fantastic movie. Absolutely fantastic movie. It was shot very well. It was shot very well. I'm a big fan of cinematography, right? A movie can have a fucking awful story, a shit story, right? But if it's pretty for my eyes to look at, if it's pretty like scenery and pretty cinematography, it has good acting, if everything else is done well, I'll give it the credibility for that, right? A good example of that is the movie Men, the A24 movie that came out, Men. It's a horror film, right? It's a movie that is really, really good until like the very last 10, 15, 20 minutes happens. And then you're just like, what the fuck's going on here? What the fuck's going on here? And then right on the nose, it gives it to you right on the nose. Men suck. Men suck. And you're like, oh, I thought this movie was good. Thanks for that. It's kind of like, imagine like, it's kind of like, man, imagine like you're having sex with one of the most beautiful people you've ever met in your life, right? And like you're just about to come, right? And then they're like, I'm a racist. I'm in the KKK and I want you and your ancestors to die. Like, what? Like, why did you do this? What? Right? Like this movie did not do that. Or point this way. This way. Top Gun Maverick did not do that. A24's Men was a movie that was good and then just kind of shits on you, okay? Was there any politics in this movie? I don't think so. Um, Politics, like by the actual definition of the word, um, this is a semi spoiler, but not really. The politics in this movie, this guy's in the military, right? And like the part of the main problem, and I'll make it a very general, as to not spoil. I'll say it in a very generic way. Is he's trying to like his superiors. Tom Cruise's character, his name's Maverick, right? They all go by their call sign. So Maverick's superiors, they're like, this guy's old, he's outdated. We need to like try to like get him out of here. Like the Navy doesn't need pilots anymore. We're doing drones now, type of thing, right? That's like not the main problem, but that's like an underlying like I don't want to call it. It's almost like a racism, right? It's like, yeah, your kind's about to not exist anymore. Like that's kind of the politics of it, right? Um, and Tom, and that's the politics. There's no like what you're to answer your question, Germ Bubble. No, there's no like There's no overt LGBT stuff, which I wouldn't care if there was LGBT stuff. It doesn't even matter. There's no like girl power. There's nothing overt like that. I heard they wouldn't call the enemy really or some shit. It's about the past, catching up to the future and trying not to be outdated. Germ, I think that the people that you whose reviews you watched are looking at it through a stupid lens. It's a military movie that's but for an audience that isn't military people. Do you get what I mean? That anyone can watch this movie. Zero Two watched it. She said she'd give it like an 8.9 or a 9.1. I'll give you guys my rating at the end of it. She doesn't know anything about military shit. She didn't even watch the first Top Gun movie. But we really enjoyed this movie, you guys. It's a really good movie. Um, so first and foremost, the cinematography. Like, and I want to get back to what I said. I know I'm rambling here. This is going to be a longer video. Who cares? Whatever. So if a movie has good cinematography but like bad everything else, I might still give it like some points, right? But this movie had good everything else. Fuck men. Men had good writing until like it seems like a totally different writer stepped in in the last 20 minutes or some shit. Um I don't know. But this movie was so solid. I need to point to my left to be pointing at Tom Cruise. Okay. This movie is so fucking solid. It starts really good. It feels like an 80s movie. You feel like you're watching a really well-produced 80s movie in the theaters. Just right off the bat. It's Danger Zone is the first song to play, right? The Danger Zone. It's supposed to be an 80s movie. Yeah, but like in a good way. I hate 80s movies. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate 80s movies. I hate that vibe. It's cheesy. It's cheesy, but it doesn't feel cheesy. You're like in as soon as the movie like starts like, okay, it's Danger Zone, baby. Like you're just immediately in. This movie knows what the fuck to do. It knows how to be a movie. It straight up, I don't know who wrote or who directed this movie, but they must have a lot of experience um under their belt because this movie just knows what to do every second of the way. It knows what the audience is meant to be feeling is it just knows what to do. Um look up director, I'm interested. Let me see. These big movies, I don't think it matters all that much, but let's see. Director? Joseph Kaczynski. Joseph Kaczynski. Let's see what else he's done. American filmmaker. Filmography. He hasn't been around too long. 2008. He did Tron 2, The Dig, Tron Legacy, Oblivion, Only Brave, Top Gun Maverick, Spider. I don't know any of these. Director is everything, says Germ Bubble. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Okay, so back to the movie. It feels very much like an 80s movie. It starts really good. There's barely any boring parts to the movie. Whenever there is like talking or explaining of something, it's never very long and it's never very confusing. You could be a child and watch this and be like, "Wow, that's so cool! I want to be a pilot." Like it's just a solid movie. It's a solid film. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's just yummy. Like when you go to a restaurant you've never fucking heard of, you ask for a steak and it's an awesome steak. You get what I mean? Like it's just good. It's just good. It just is good. I have a farmer's tan, don't I? It's distracting me. All right, I better start wearing tank tops and be naked more often. I'm only excited for the new Thor because of the director. I haven't been excited for MCU in days. Okay. I kind of want to see the new Thor because it has what's his name? It has Christian Bale as the villain, right? And the test groups are saying this is the best MCU villain we've ever done. Oh yeah? Willem Dafoe did Green Goblin twice, and he did it really good twice. Strong enough to have it all. Too weak to take it. Like, come on. Willem Dafoe is so good. Germ Bubble says, yes, I heard he killed it. Okay, back to Top Gun Maverick. Besides the cinematography, the acting is well executed in that like cheesy 80s movies way, right? Imagine the best cheesy 80s movie you've ever seen. It's that kind of acting, right? But with modern cinematography and modern production, and it translates very, very well. It translates very well. I read a long time ago, I don't know if it's still true, but I read a long time ago that Tom Cruise does his own stunts. There's a few scenes where Tom Cruise is riding a motorcycle, and it's Tom Cruise just riding a motorcycle. It zooms in on his face, he's smiling. I think it's really just fucking Tom Cruise riding this motorcycle without CGI, no stunt double. It's so sick. It's really good. I'm telling you. It's just you got to see it in theaters too. You must see it in theaters. Um, the story resolves itself very, very satisfyingly. Um, there's one slight thing that I'm slightly disappointed in, and Zero Two has the opposite opinion of me. She was satisfied. I don't want to say I'm disappointed in the ending, but once I get to the spoiler section of the movie at the end, I'll talk about it. It's not that I'm disappointed in the ending. It was a good ending. I just think it could have been a little better if they did something else. My partner Zero Two says, no, no, no. Your idea sucks. The way the movie ended is good. And I'll get into that. Um, there's a lot of action in this movie, and I haven't felt actually stressed out from a movie in so long. In so long, when you're just like on the edge of your seat, like don't die, don't let the missile lock on. Oh, the SAMs are locking on. They're out of flares. You're just like, no, no. You're just like, you're sweating. You're panicking. You're like, stop. I don't want to watch anymore. Stop. Like it actually makes you feel genuinely like stressed out. Just like, what the fuck is gonna happen? It's so fucking good. Um, like most of the way, right? It just does it good. I don't know how else to explain it. Everybody who is on this movie, from the actors to the directors to like just it all was just per- I don't want to say perfect because like I do have my personal qualms with it. And again, they might just be minor nitpicks. I don't know what my final score is going to be yet. I'm kind of like dissecting it with you guys live, right? Um but I have my own minor nitpicks with it. And I can also talking with Zero Two kind of helped me to understand. Yeah, you're like, yeah, those are my own minor nitpicks. Maybe if I got my way and the movie was the way I imagined it, it probably wouldn't be as good. Perhaps that is the case. Um, but the dog fights, man, the action. Not only are you like on the edge of your seat and feeling actual like fear and stress and um everything, just thrill from all the excitement. Um, but it looks good. We go back to the cinematography aspect of it. It looks good. The shots are great. I thought I wouldn't. I kind of expected going in that the movie would be like 80% shots of just the cockpit in the face, and then just going like, Maverick, where are you? I'm hit. I'm hit. Where's Bob? Or whatever. Like, and it is that. But like, but it's good though. But it's fucking good though. Um, It reminds me, yeah, what was the budget? It almost reminds me of the movie. Don't hate me. Hear me out for a second. It almost reminds me of the movie Phone Booth. Do you remember the movie Phone Booth? Phone Booth has one setting. They don't really move locations. Colin Farrell answers the phone in the phone booth, and that's where he is the entire movie, right? Um, Here, I'm gonna look up the budget. That's where he is the entire movie. That's kind of what this is like. There's different days, weeks, months that happen, but most of the movie takes place in the air, in the cockpits, in action, and it's really fucking good. Um, let's find out what the budget was. 170 million USD. I feel like that's not even that much, right? I feel like I've seen movies be like 260, right? 170 million USD. The original Top Gun is 15 million USD. What do you thinking? What do you think in germ of that number? 170 USD. 170 million. I see an article. Elvis and Top Gun Maverick are neck and neck in the race to win this weekend's box office. Should I watch the new Elvis movie? That's not a high budget nowadays. Should I watch the new Elvis movie? So, um, yes, yes. The Halo TV show and Kenobi TV show both had 190 million budget. That's a show. This is a 2-hour film. Shows are long. Shows are long. Shows are more impressive because of how long they are. So, Kenobi was 30 to 35-minute episodes. I don't know. I'll go see it if you do. Um, I might go see it, but I'm gonna go see Lightyear first. That's what I want to see. Okay, so the action was good, dogfights were good, it feels good, it looks good. That's why you should go see it in the theaters, Germ Bubble. Don't illegally watch it. You're cheating yourself. That's a cheap way of watching it. Go watch it the way it's meant to be watched. The exhilarating, loud way. Man, it's so fucking good. I would see this movie again. I would see it again. Um, and then finally, like, I'll talk about the ending in a non-spoiler way, and then I'll get into the actual spoilers. Dude, I love the new Spider-Man. I still watched it illegally. um, so the ending, like I said, it feels like it's hard to explain. Well, no, it's not. It seems like the movie is foreshadowing, like something bad is absolutely gonna happen, right? And then a miracle happens, right? And I just feel like that's slightly like cheap, right? That's just a little cheap. They should have had it go kind of bad. They should have had it go kind of bad for some of the people involved, maybe, right? That's my opinion. It would have had, I just think it would have hit harder or something. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Bad ooze take. Now I'm gonna get into the spoilers. You fucking dumb cock. I'm gonna get into the spoilers now. Okay. I have to get into the spoilers, and it's specifically the ending. I think that's my only nitpick. That's my only nitpick. I think the only thing that could get me in theaters is a Star Wars movie with promise. So listen. So here's my nitpick. We're in spoiler territory now, YouTube viewers. So stop watching if you don't want true spoilers. Here it goes. And it's not a bad ooze take, and it's just my opinion. Just listen. Just listen. Okay? So you don't have to have watched the first movie to understand. Like this movie does a good job of like filling you in, right? In Top Gun 1, one of the main characters dies. Tom Cruise had a co-pilot friend guy, like a wingman guy, who died, right? He died. and Goose was his name. Um, the son grows up, looks just like his father, and now it's Tom Cruise's job. If he doesn't, and if he doesn't do a good job, he's getting like kicked out of the Navy or some shit. He's getting discharged, right? Because he's like, dude, you're an old man. You haven't gone a fucking promotion in so long. We're done with you. We're done with you. We use drones nowadays. We don't even use airplanes. Tom Cruise does some like crazy shit to like make sure they still have their fucking funding. Tom Cruise proves he's still a badass. He risks his own life and to do it. So the main mission of the movie is Tom Cruise is supposed to train this unit of kind of newish pilots. Like, hey, you have a very, very dangerous mission, and if you don't execute it perfectly, exactly the way we're training to do it perfectly, will definitely fail, and you may all die. And even if you do it perfectly, one or two of you might fucking die. This is a very dangerous, crazy mission. The movie sounds like Tom Cruise being a liability and the government wanting to not have liabilities. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just give it, just relax, relax. So Tom Cruise is training these like young pilots, like how to like be good pilots. And it's such a good movie because you as the viewer, you see, oh man, Tom Cruise is doing it. He knows what he's talking about, and he's building this team. This team was kind of divided at first, right? I'm gonna be the leader. That guy sucks. That guy's not gonna be the leader. Like it was pretty divided, right? And you see that Tom Cruise is doing a good job of making the team work. But the there's a few moments in the movie where the government is just like, dude, what are you doing? You're at the beach having a beach day? And Tom Cruise is like, you said you wanted me to build a team, right? Look at these guys. They hated each other when you gave them to me, and now they're playing football together. Lay off me. And they like keep trying to like discharge him. Like, no, you're not allowed to like teach this class anymore. And he keeps making his way in. It's fucking awesome. I think it's really good. He just keeps annoying the government. Like, no, I'm good. I'm useful. You guys need me. It's really really good just on that note alone. Just on the subtle writing of it alone. But like the way it's executed too. He steals a plane at one point and joins one of the training missions and proves to the guy that was trying to fire him, you see, I told you, they're not ready yet. I'm the one to train them. Put me the fuck back in. Like, it's such a good movie. It's such a fucking good movie. And then let's get to the ending of the movie, to my personal nitpick with the movie. And it's not like it's that big of a nitpick. It's not that big of a nitpick, okay? But again, they're like foreshadowing a majority of the way to the actual execution of the mission. They're foreshadowing somebody may fucking die, you guys. Once we're missiling the shit, we have missiles launched at us that we have to avoid. If we happen to avoid them, we have to avoid jets trying to shoot us down and shit like that. Like it's stressful as fuck, just no, like every inch of the way. And so okay, this is where Broken Web says I had a bad take. At some point, so one of the major conflicts of the movie is actually not between the enemy, but it's between, because you don't even know who the enemy is. It doesn't even matter. That's not even important. The movie is about the relationship between the team, right? And so Rooster, the son of Goose, he like hates Tom Cruise's character. He hates Maverick. You killed my dad. You left my dad to die. You were my dad's wingman and he's dead, so it must be your fault, right? Is kind of like his attitude towards Tom Cruise's character. And when Tom Cruise is trying to teach this guy how to be a good pilot, you see that there's like some resistance. No, I don't like you. You caused my dad to die. I don't like you. You see that there's heavy resistance, right? But man, oh man, I'm gonna try my best not to get emotional describing this because this is actually really, really good. This is actually really good. Um, oh my god, I can't. I have to watch this movie again. I can't. Just reliving it. This movie is so fucking good. I'm not even joking. Also, Maverick held Rooster back from the military for a few years. That's true too. Um, on Rooster's mother's request, Maverick held Rooster back from being a pilot for like 4 years because she didn't want her son to die like her dad did. So you don't know that until like the movie's half over. I think I may cry. I think I may cry. I've often held back tears on this stream. I think I might cry actually talking about this. So the I'm glad you brought that up, Broken Web, because the movie doesn't explain why Maverick did that, and he kind of seems like an asshole. He kind of just seems like an asshole. Kind of. What the hell? Why did he do that? And as the movie progresses, you're like, oh, he was trying to be like a father to this kid. The mother requested that he do this. Um, and 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 if anything, maybe it was for the best because it led to like one thing led to another. Maverick's teaching Rooster, and they had and spoiler alert, they had a successful mission, right? Now here is where this is my minor nitpick with the movie, and I hope Germ Bubble's still here because I want to know what Germ Bubble thinks of this, right? So here's what happens, right? Mega spoiler alert, okay? Mega spoiler alert. The mission is a success, but on their way out, Maverick, Tom Cruise's character, he gets shot down. He gets shot down. And the team basically like accepts that he's dead. They accept that he's dead. And the general guy, one of the guys that like was like, fuck Tom Cruise, whatever, fuck Maverick, he's like, just get my team out of there. Leave Maverick. He's dead. He's been shot down. He's dead. He gets shot down, but then you find out and you think the movie's over. It's like 2 hours in, you think the movie's over. No, he's still alive. He like regains consciousness. He's still alive in the snow. He regains consciousness, but then there's like a patrol helicopter that finds him and he's just getting shot at, running in the snow by a helicopter. I'm telling you, it's fucking stressful. They do a good job. I mean, like, if you've seen a normal fucking Hollywood movie before, you know that Tom Cruise is gonna make it, okay? You're not gonna kill Tom Cruise here, right? But it does an excellent job of like, holy shit, Maverick's gonna fucking die here. There's no hope. There's absolutely no hope. It does the movie like I don't know what they did. These guys just know what the fuck they're doing. These guys are artists. The producers or the director of this movie. Like to make you feel feelings during those moments. You genuinely feel like Maverick's gonna die. The helicopter is like lined up. And I think, do you remember oh my god, there's like so many close call scenes. There's a scene, I think this is right before they get shot down, where one of the missiles gets like launched, right? It goes, as soon as it detaches, they're locked on to Maverick or Rooster or somebody. As soon as the missile detaches, oh, I'm jumping ahead. Okay. Oh, I hate this fucking movie. Oh, I hate this movie. Okay. Okay. This is really good. This is really good. Okay. Maverick gets shot down. I'm starting to think Broken Web and Zero Two are probably more right than I am, but I need Germ Bubble's opinion here too. Maverick gets shot down. And one thing that Maverick keeps trying to hammer into the head of Rooster, of Goose's son is don't think, just do. Don't think, just do. Just do it. Don't think, just do it. You're good. You know what you're doing. Don't think about it, just do it. And right when the mission's starting, Rooster is like panicking. He's sweating and he's shaking. There's even a moment where, like, Rooster, you're a minute behind. You need to speed up, Rooster. You need to catch up with us. You're like almost not part of the mission anymore. The enemy is gonna beat you to the target. Like, it's insane. It's insane. So when Maverick gets crashed down and the helicopter's about to fucking shoot him, and he's running in the snow on foot from a helicopter that's shooting him. Boom! Helicopter gets shot down. Shot down. I'm sorry. I'm so emotional right now. It is actually a fantastic movie. The helicopter gets shot down, and then and something happens. Basically, Rooster comes back to save Maverick. But I don't remember how, but Rooster loses his plane. He has to eject for some reason. I think other helicopters show up and shoot him down or something, but he has to eject, and so Tom Cruise chases the ejected Maverick, right? Tom Cruise asks Maverick, "Are you okay?" Maverick says, or Rooster says, "Yeah." Maverick asks Rooster, "Are you okay?" Rooster says, "Yeah." And then Maverick pushes him, calls him like an idiot or whatever. He's like, "Why are you mad at me? I just saved your life. I was saving your life. I got shot down so you could get out of here. Why did you come back and get me? I got shot down so you could get out of here." And he goes, "Well, you told me not to think, to just do. And if it were my dad, he would have come back for you." That's where it's like really, really emotional. And I'm pretty sure people who saw the original movie were crying right there. My dad would have come back for you. I was just trying to do what my dad was doing, um, or would have done. And so now they're both without planes in enemy territory on the ground. So you have to remember, they've already did their like run. They've missiled stuff. There's an airstrip that's already destroyed. They steal an airplane through the chaos. I went to the bathroom here, but 02 tells me I didn't miss much. I missed their journey from like being like meeting each other. Like, what the fuck? Why are you here? Well, whatever. Let's go find a plane. And they're scouting the plane. They find the plane. That's where I went to the bathroom. I ran back real quick. They made it to the airplane. I guess they had no trouble making it down the hill into the plane, I guess. But they steal an airplane. They're on their way home. The Navy carrier, the military, whatever, all their friends, they catch the signal. "Hey, I'm getting a signal from Rooster. They're still alive. He's airborne. They must have stolen a plane." They got a plane from the original Top Gun. Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that. But they're flying this like old plane, and Rooster doesn't really know how to like use this old plane. He's in the back seat of it, like trying to turn the radio on, but there's like 20 different circuit boards. I don't know what the fuck this is. Um so there was Lady Gaga music in it too, and Hans Zimmer music. Um they're escaping, right? Again, they don't have a radio. So then there's two. So they stole an aircraft, right? They stole an aircraft, and then two other aircraft, the same planes, form up next to them, and they're enemy planes, and they're just like, "Oh my god, what do I do? What the fuck do I do?" They're like making these like fake hand signals to the planes. Lady Gaga and Hans Zimmer did the music. They're like making these like fake hand signals to the planes, right? It's this great moment where Rooster tells Maverick, "You just like you told me, dude." Well, at some point, like it's insane. They're trying to like eject. The eject isn't working. Um, I think Maverick I could be wrong, but I think Rooster tells Maverick, "You said don't think, just do, right? So Like, because they're panicking. They're gonna like radio us. They're gonna see we don't have a radio. They're gonna see that we're an enemy. What do we do? We're not gonna make it. We still have like miles and miles to go. We're not gonna make it. What do we do? They're getting behind me. I'm scared. What do I do? Like, it is now Rooster telling Maverick, just like you told me, don't think, just do. Maverick decides, you're right. Begins to kill them, kills one of them, but the second one, it's a little bit more of a high-tech plane, and it's able to like dodge Maverick's missiles, and it's insane. This is where the movie gets good. I forgot to mention, this is a movie about the entire team. It's obviously Maverick and Rooster's relationship is the golden portion of it, but there's everybody else. There's what's the asshole's name, Broken Web, who's no longer an asshole by the end of the movie? The guy who thought he was just assuming that he was going to be the team captain or whatever. Do you know who I'm talking about? The guy with the douchey smile? Hangman. Hangman. Yes. Ah, you're so good, Broken Web. I love you so much. So the review I watched that said you don't really know who the enemy was true. I guess like you don't know if it's like Russia or what. You don't know it doesn't even matter. It's not about that. It's about the relationship of the team. It's about you want Tom Cruise, you want Maverick and Rooster to come home alive. You want them to succeed in the mission and come home alive. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Actually, isn't it? I think you do know who the enemy is. Isn't it like it's in the Middle East? Isn't it in Afghanistan or Pakistan? It's somewhere in I believe it's somewhere in the Middle East. They say it once or twice, but it's like not the focus of the movie. But they do say it once or twice. If I'm not mistaken. I mean, I want to know if they are gunning down Russians because then I wouldn't want them to survive the mission. Shut the fuck up. That's so stupid. That's so face value stupid. Come on. Come on. So I can't even believe I read that out loud. So Tom Cruise shoots down either one or two of the planes, right? Or Maverick does. But then there's one that keeps like dodging all their shit and lining up. And so Hangman, I need to describe Hangman just a little bit, okay? Russia can't even beat Ukraine, let alone Top Gun. So listen. Hangman is a character. He's like an arrogant asshole. He picks on Rooster and he assumes he's going to be like the team captain or whatever, the person who's going to be in charge of the mission or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So, but like I said, as the movie progresses, the team is a much more cohesive team. And Hangman, rather than being part of the main mission, he's one of the like backup. We send you in case they fail ones, right? And he's perfectly fine with it. You can tell he's like somewhat disappointed, but he's just like he tells Rooster, "Hey, you give him hell. Like do the job. Do the job good. That's what we need. You were chosen, so do it, right?" It's a fucking beautiful moment. Russia can beat Ukraine. They're just playing with their food. Yeah, okay. Um Look, I'm germ bubble huffing copium. And I'm not editing that out of the review. That's staying in the review. So, um, yeah, we'll see about that. So listen. So in the end, that last plane, it's lined up and they're targeting Maverick. The missile is like, but just as the missile is like detaching and firing, out of fucking nowhere, Hangman comes back to save the day. Downs that last plane, the missile, it explodes big enough that the missile doesn't explodes, right, and doesn't get to them. They fucking make it home, and it's like beautiful, and you're like, oh my god, it's so good, right? Okay, now is where I need Germ Bubble's like opinion, right? Now, Germ Bubble, stop putting it into your dumb like I want Russia to win perspective, and just look at it as like a good movie perspective, no matter who wins, right? Zero Two and Broken Web seem to be of the opinion that it ended good, that it ended right. They get downed, they steal an enemy plane, they both make it home okay, and predictably, one of the trained secondary people comes in to save the day, right? Sure, sure. If you just want a Hollywood movie to be a Hollywood movie, sure. That's the best ending you could have asked for, right? I think Maverick or Rooster should have died. I know that might be controversial. Hey, Russia ain't the enemy, so I'm objective only here. Listen. I think Maverick or Rooster should have died, or someone should have died, so the stakes could have felt like they were like bigger, right? That's all. That's all. I that is it. But I think they wrote an ending that would play to as like wide of an audience as can be, and that's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Everybody makes it out alive. That's totally fine. I just think it would have been a little stronger if somebody died. Is that crazy? Is that a crazy opinion? Maverick got downed and Rooster came back for him. Someone should have suffered the consequences from that. Broken Web says, yeah, L ooze take and L germ take. Zero and Ukraine stay winning. You fucking bitch. I just think it would have been like a crazier movie. That's just me, ooze pop, okay? I understand that the ending is more satisfying for more people. I'm yelling so loud that my chest is hurting, okay? I understand that. I understand that. But I feel like I would have walked out of there like, Maverick, no! Or Rooster, no! No! Like, if one of them died, Zero Two told me that she's feeling an 8.1 to a 9.1. I think I'd have to agree. I'm somewhere in that range. I think if I got my way, though, that one of the characters died, that they didn't make it or something, I don't know, it could have been like a 10. It could have been a 10. It could have been a fucking 10 out of 10. One of the best movies of all time. I still think it's quite almost there. They did a boring ending like that, so it is left up to another movie, says Germ Bubble. That's what Zero Two said. She said, it looks like they could make a part two. No, no, no. Someone should die, and this should be the only one, the last one. And then 10 out of 10. That's my opinion. Someone should die, and this is the last one, then they never make another Top Gun movie. And 10 out of fucking 10. I'm sorry, Broken Web. That's my opinion. I don't think and I don't think because they didn't do that that the movie suffers that much. I don't think it suffers that much, okay? Open ending leaves possibilities for Tom Cruise to come back again. That's true. There was some Germ Bubble, I love you so much right now. I need you guys both here right now. They should let someone die and let the franchise rest in peace. Yes! That's so true of so many fucking franchises, right? But it's like, dude, someone gets downed and they both steal a plane easily and make it out. That's easy and cheap. Come on. You haven't even seen the movie and you agree with me, right, Germ Bubble? I'm giving this movie, hate me, Broken Web. I'm really sorry. Hate me. I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10. Absolutely one of the best movies I've ever seen. Broken Web says, yeah, no one should have died. That's such a bad opinion. This is one of the best movies I've ever seen, and you're telling me it's a bad opinion. This is one of the best movies I've ever seen, and I think everyone should watch this movie. I just it's just a personal fucking nitpick. I'm only giving it a 9 out of 10. Should I if I were to give it a decimal? Here, I don't know if I'll start doing decimals from now on or start making it out of 100. I'm only saying it's a 9 because it's not a 10, right? But if I were to give it a decimal, I'd give it like a 9.7 out of 10. Is that better? Broken Web? I'd give it a 9.7 out of 10. That the only thing preventing it from being a perfect 10 is my own personal preference for the ending. That's it. That is it. That is fucking it. Everything else about the movie is perfect. And you don't like that opinion? You don't like that opinion? You're crazy. You are crazy. Here, let me put the fan back on me. You're literally crazy. You are literally crazy. They should have ended the movie in a way where it was just solid and final. It does seem open. Like if we want to make another one, a part 3, we can. You no, I'm tired of movies doing that. That feels like putting a loot box in a video game. A video game can be really good, but then putting a loot box in it just puts a sour taste in your mouth. And you're like, really, bro? I would have just paid $60 for a full video game. You made the game free and made it fun, but you put in loot boxes, it puts a sour taste in your mouth. A main character dying makes a movie so much more impactful and moving. One of the best parts of Avengers ending was Iron Man actually dying. Germ Bubble with the best fucking the fucking most ultimate take of the day. Broken Web, you have a long way to climb up right now, and you're really good at this, Broken Web, and I love you. I fucking love you. You usually own. And I usually think Germ Bubble makes some stupid fucking arguments. That was all anyone needed to say. That was all anyone needed to fucking say. Okay? That's it. No, it's supposed to be a cheesy feel-good movie. Why would they randomly kill off a character? It's not random. What are you saying? What are you saying? A main character died in the first movie. A main character died in the first movie. We're comparing a Avengers movie that built up Iron Man for years and years versus Top Gun Maverick, a legacy with characters we barely know. OOZE, why are you being retarded? Bro! A main character died in the last movie. And like Germ Bubble said, when a main character dies, it's powerful. I don't even whenever a main character dies in a movie, it's so fucking rare that viewers complain about it. It's weird. It's funny because take Last of Us 2 for example. Spoiler alert, this movie is really old. They kill off Joel right at the fucking beginning. They kill him off right at the beginning. I'm biased. I think The Last of Us 2 is one of the best video games I've ever played. But it adds meaning to the thing. Now it's a revenge story. You killed one of the main characters. I'm fucking coming after you. Yeah, but they use that death to build up Maverick and Iceman. Why are you choosing to be retarded today and have a bad movie? You think my 9.7 out of 10 and my opinion that the ending was good, but I would have made it slightly different. You think that's bad? That's ridiculous! You're ridiculous right now! Why are they going to kill off a new cast member when they're going to want to build them up for new movies? Then kill off Maverick then! The government didn't even want him around anyway. It would have been... like, that's not the exact ending. Like, I'm not a movie writer, right? But that would have even made some sense, too. And, like, the fucking, like, corporals or whatever being like, I know I wanted him gone, but he really built us a good team, and he really was good to the Navy. Like, that would have been good, too. Are you crazy? And you still could have made sequels with the new characters. Are you crazy, my guy? No, I'm not wrong here. I'm actually not wrong. I might be drunk, but what I'm not is wrong. And what I am is correct. I think everyone would have predicted it. Then you would have bitched about how legacy sequels kill off old characters. No, I wouldn't have. I'm giving my honest opinion. I think that if Maverick or Rooster died, and I think it should have been Maverick. I don't even think it should have been Rooster. They should have made it seem like it was going to be Rooster that dies and then Maverick that dies. No, 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 the other way around. They should have made it seem like Maverick would die. No, that Rooster would die, and then Maverick's the one that ends up dying. Do we really want to keep seeing Mission Impossible though? You know what's fucking funny about that, Germ Bubble, is when I went to go see this movie, this Tom Cruise movie, I got a fucking trailer for Mission Impossible 8 or whatever number it is. And no, I don't want to see it. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm already seeing a Tom Cruise movie. Don't give me a trailer for another Tom Cruise movie. Okay? I don't. Who asked for Mission Impossible 8? Or whatever number it is. I don't even know what number it is. And that's what Broken Web wants. Broken Web wants John Wick 10, where fucking Keanu Reeves is in a wheelchair running people over. And even if it were to make it to that point, and it would be like universally agreed that John Wick should just suicide bomb the final boss, Broken Web is gonna be there like, bad take, OOZE. John Wick should live till he's 130! What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? I can't! I literally can't! I literally can't! Bro! Come on! Come the fuck on, bro! Come the fuck on! Bro! Listen to me now! Okay? Listen! It's just my opinion. I'm not mad that they gave it the ending that they gave it. It appeals to a wider audience. It makes sense. It makes sense. It appeals to a wider audience, right? But I just think it would have been a little better if one of the main characters died. Is that fucking crazy? Is that crazy? They did it in the last movie. I didn't even watch the last movie, but we know that they did it. And when main characters die, it is powerful. Rarely ever do people complain about a main character dying because they know that it makes the most sense. It's an abstract theme, and most people know that it makes the most sense. Okay, your opinion is wrong. It's just being different for the sake of being different. Oh my god, it's not even different. It's not even different. It's not even that fucking different. When main characters die, people usually just mourn. Yeah, they're like, oh no, the main character's dead, but they're not like, this is bad writing. How could you kill the main character? No, they're like sad about it, which is good. The movie is making you feel emotions. It's good. It's fucking good. It's good. And it's not uncommon. I don't know why Broken Web is just like, you're just trying to have a different opinion to be different. It's not even uncommon. Movies end up written like that very often. Not every main character is gonna make it out. People die. It's a fucking movie about war. Someone's gonna die. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. All right. That is the end of the fucking review. I'm if I'm not using decimals, 9 out of 10. But 9.7 out of 10 if I am using decimals. It's a very good movie. Everyone should watch it. Every inch of this movie is really, really good. Every inch of it, okay, is really good. Just if I was involved in the process of finalizing it, I would have said, hey, kill off Maverick or kill off Rooster. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. That's it. Okay? That's all. That's all. It is a damn good movie, and you should watch it.
Hey guys, OOZE Pop here. Just a quick edit. I'm not going to use decimals in my video reviews. So my rating for Top Gun is going to be a 9 out of 10, not 9.7, because I don't trust myself enough to be giving decimal points in reviews quite yet. I only gave it a decimal point to spite Broken Web. Okay? I'm just putting it out there. It was just to spite Broken Web. And so my real rating of Top Gun Maverick is 9 out of 10. All right? Everything else I said in this review is like excellent, but I just don't want my official review to be like squandered or whatever. So 9 out of 10, not 9.7. Love you guys. Love you, Broken Web.